What's really good, YouTube? This is District 1 and today I'll be reviewing the JJJJound ASICS Gel Kayano 14 in the white black colorway. But before I get into it, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell for any updates. I appreciate all your guys' support and it really helps motivate me to keep making quality sneaker content. This pair is a collaboration between Justin Saunders' storied online mood board JJJJound turned fashion label and ASICS. So JJJJound has been in the men's fashion sphere for a minute now, touting minimalism throughout the whole brand. And you've seen it in the projects they've been knocking out of the park in the past, like the 992s from New Balance, as well as the 990 V3s earlier this year with this beautiful olive colorway. But now they're taking their hand towards the ASICS Gel Kayano 14. So this pair came in a pack of 2 sneakers. There was the white colorway, but I have in my hand here today the white black colorway.
So dipping into the history of the Gel Kayano series, it was designed by Toshikazu Kayano, who was originating in the design of the Gel Kayano number 1. Adopting the ethos of Kaizen, each iteration of the Gel Kayano series had an incremental advancement from less of a lifestyle shoe to more of a lifestyle and performance running shoe. When it first released in 2008, the Kayano 14's innovative tech and singular comfort garnered high praise from the running community. Actually, it nabbed Runner's World's International Editor's Choice that same year. And I firmly believe that the catalyst for causing this craze for the Gel Kayanos originated from Kiko Kostadinov's inclusion of the Gel Kayanos in his recent fashion collections. And I feel that ASICS is such an underrated brand, seeing that they are slowly building up their hype portfolio with collabs between major fashion players, not just from Kiko, but also Vivienne Westwood and Supreme's previous brand director, Angelo Back for Awake New York. Definitely, and if you know, footwear brand in the given fashion climate. Now enters Justin Saunders from JJJJound to give his try on the Gel Kayano 14. Now with that history lesson, let's dive into the product.
So starting with the box, we see co-branding on top of the box here with ASICS and JJJJound. You also see ASICS and JJJJound on the side here, nothing on this side. Some size tagging on this side, on the bottom not much, so a very minimalistic approach to the box already. So what separates this Gel Kayano from other Gel Kayano 14s is JJJJound's minimalistic touches to the sneaker. Initially, I thought that this was another GR pair, and I think you probably think the same, but as I look and stare at this clean colorway, I'm slowly starting to understand the influence JJJJound had in the creative process for this pair. Looking at other Gel Kayano 14s that are out on the market right now, there isn't a pair out there that is leaning into that vintage aesthetic that's really hot right now. That's exactly what JJJJound is trying to do while still threading the needle between what is appropriate for ASICS design language. And I think they executed flawlessly here. Some may think that this pair is a little bit overrated. I personally feel that this is what JJJJound is trying to deliver to ASICS enthusiasts that are fashion forward, and they're delivering it right on the mark here. You don't see anything out there that is leaning towards the vintage aesthetic again, and so this really complements a lot of fits that people are trying to attempt with a shoe like this. I also feel like where I'm from, which is the SF Bay Area, ASICS is not a shoe that people style and fits. It's usually Dunks, Adidas, and Jordans. And so not seeing this brand in the fashion sphere in the SF Bay Area is something that I would like to see more.
So starting with the toe box, you see that white inline mesh with the metallic silver overlays and some of that black debossed accents surrounding the toe box. Extending from the toe box area, you see that metallic silver overlay continue. Also continuing is that debossed accent throughout the whole lateral side, and also in conjunction that crispy white mesh as well. On the back side of the left pair, you see Gel Kayano 14 branding, but on the right side, you see JJJJound branding. One of the unique features of this collaboration, and probably the only one. So onto the tongue, it's made of this full, crispy, white mesh, and you see some of that retention feature for the laces in gray. And by default, These shoes come with off-white shoulder laces that are interlaced throughout the silver paneled eye stay. It also comes with alternate white laces, and up top of the tongue you see some of that ASICS branding. On the back side of the shoe you see some of that gel branding as well as that futuristic silver paneling continued. The inner liner of this shoe is of this gray color, as well as co-branding on the insoles of ASICS on one shoe and JJJJound on the other. On the midsole you see something unique to this Gel Kayano 14, which is the off-white color as well as off-white colored bubbles. Also in the middle you see extending upward is the Trustic TM system in a gray color. On the bottom view of the sole, you see in the middle the Trustic TM support system for torsional rigidity, as well as the outsole being predominantly black with the flex grooves there, but also some hits of white on the heel.
So for Gel Kayanos, it really depends on what you want in terms of fit. For me, as a long distance runner, I like to wear my shoes for performance a little snug. So for Gel Kayanos in general, I go half down a size. But for casual use, like I'm trying to do with these sneakers, I'm going true to size, which is a size 8. So in terms of craftsmanship, the plastic paneling is exactly what I find from other performance running shoes like my favorite gel foundations. And so for this pair, it's no different here. Crispy silver here, crispy white for the mesh upper, and it's pristine. Lastly, the separation between the midsole and the upper is super clean. No issues in terms of glue application here.
In regards to resale, the resale prices are astronomical this week because it just got released and it is a JJJJound release. My recommendation is if you really want your hands on these, give it a week or two. It'll definitely go down. Now going into the fits, we gotta start with the JJJJound lookbook here. You can see this exact pair of shoes with a tonal black look with a nice pop of white on the bottom. I like it. I love the simplicity here. On to the next fit is real casual with it here. You see the summery shorts, the polo, and the clean ASICS. Full dad mode activated in this pic. Yes, it is the white and white pair, but very clean. I see a very common trend here where if you want to style this, you want to make it pop. It's a very tonal and minimalistic look up top. Again, this is the white and white pair, but it's a very casual look that this girl is sporting here. Questionable on how candid this picture is, but loving the fit with the burnt orange lounge pants as well as the baguette. Check out the baguette.
Now let me put these on and give you a fit check. So my personal thoughts for this pair of sneakers is that it's definitely in the category of if you know, you know. So technical runners, especially ASICS, is very on trend right now, especially in the Soho area of New York City. And so this definitely leans into that, and this applies JJJJound's minimalist aesthetic to it, so it fits in this lane precisely. Because of the underratedness of the ASICS Gel Kayanos as well as the ASICS community in general, when you're rocking this pair, you're really flexing for a very specific group or type of people. And it's on a real recognized real basis at this point. Now, if you were to ask me if they're worth the resale prices, it really depends on how real you want to be and at what cost. However, for me, I did get this for retail, and so it's a keeper in my books. So in the end, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that this pair is not loud enough for your wardrobe, or do you love the minimalist take? Please sound off in the comments. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.